What's going on, everybody? And this is NYG Jeffy T85, and I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday morning so far. I'm going to talk about the Brooklyn Nets, and this being a monster 4-game stretch that the Brooklyn Nets are going to have to step up, as they have games coming up tonight against the Denver Nuggets at Barclays Center, followed by back-to-back games against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Barclays Center, and then they travel down next weekend against Miami to take on the Heat. This is the biggest 4-game stretch for the Brooklyn Nets, especially with the fact that the New York Knicks now have opened up a 2-game lead for the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, and you still got the Miami Heat who are breathing down the Brooklyn Nets' neck at about 2 games behind them. The Nets have got to come out focused. The Nets have got to come out playing good defense. The Nets have got to come out and play with big-time urgency. This is the biggest 4-game stretch the Nets are going to have the rest of this NBA season. I know you could say that the end of the season is obviously the most important, but you're talking about 4 monster games. And in my opinion, the Nets have got to at least split 2 of these 4 games. Tonight's going to be a little difficult. But then again, the Knicks were playing against the Nuggets just yesterday. They were trailing them by 13 points, and they managed to beat the Nuggets in the end by 6. And the Nets have already played Denver and beat them in Denver. The Nets know what to do to beat a Denver Nuggets team. Cleveland, I know it was with Durant and Irving earlier on in the season, but the Nets can beat Cleveland too. Cleveland is not invincible. The Nets can go out there and beat that Cleveland Cavaliers team. So you got Cleveland coming up as well. And then you also have Cleveland twice, Tuesday and Thursday. And then you got Miami later in the next weekend. This is such a monster 4-game stretch for the Nets. And they cannot afford to drop all 4 games. Even dropping 3 of the 4 could be pretty catastrophic. The Nets have to at least split 2 of these next 4 games. They have to. They have to. You're talking about 4 of the biggest games for this Nets team coming up. I mean, you have one team who they're battling for the 7th seed and avoiding that playing game with Miami. You have 2 games back-to-back in your home arena against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then you have a Denver Nuggets team who you just beat last week in Denver, of all places. The Nets have got to play their most disciplined basketball, their best basketball, offensively and defensively. Jacque Vaughn has got to know the right buttons to push on both sides. This is a monster 4-game stretch. If the Nets find a way to go 0-4 in this stretch, this could really, catapult this team down low and could push them into the 7th seed. They've got to come out poised. They can't go through these low and long shooting slumps that this basketball team, for some reason, goes through during this NBA season. Where it's like they can go 4, 5, 6 minutes without scoring a single basket. They can't do that. Not now. You got to come out and you have to be able to score at a consistent basis. You can't have lapses in defense. Jacque Vaughn has got to know when to call timeouts, and for the most part, he's actually been very good at that. This basketball team also needs to not turn the ball over at a constant rapid rate like in some days and some points in these games they have been doing, where they turn it over way too much. They've got to be more disciplined with the basketball. Stop committing stupid fouls. Stop turning the ball over. Stop going through shooting lulls. Multiple contributions from multiple guys. Drive to the basket, create shots, draw fouls, rebound. That's essential too. This team needs to rebound a lot better. I am putting an emphasis. This is the biggest 4-game stretch of the Nets season. Biggest 4-game stretch of the Nets season. It's not even close. You are so close to being put into the play-in game, and you don't want that. Now that you're 2 games trailing the Knicks for the 5th seed, the Nets can't screw around here. They've got to at least split. What I ultimately love is 3 out of 4. And I don't want to hear that you're playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers, whom you beat already, and the Denver Nuggets, whom you beat already, and the Miami Heat, who you beat twice. I don't care what team was on the floor. You have to go out there and handle your business, especially on your home court. If you want to be taken seriously as a potential basketball team that doesn't deserve to be in the play-in, go out there and defend your home court and win 2 of these next 3 games at home against Denver and against Cleveland. Because if you go out in a whimper and lose your next 4, who the hell is going to take you seriously? Most teams think you're going to be in the play-in, and some think you might get eliminated. The Nets have got to come out and play great basketball in these next 4 games. They have to, starting tonight. You cannot go out there and get blown out against the Denver Nuggets team. You can't do it. Because if you do, you're going to have to go out there and probably win at least the next 2 or 3. I know Denver is probably not going to be happy with the way they played last game against the Nets. But I don't care. Go out there and play disciplined basketball. Go out there, rebound the ball a lot better. Play discipline on defense. Shot blocking. Drive to the basket. Create shots. Draw fouls. Hit your wide open threes when they are there. Facilitate the basketball like I know this team can do. Limit the fouls on your own side. Jacque Vaughn continue to call timeouts when necessary. And go out there and get at least split these next 4 games. But you guys let me know in the comment section what you think. If you believe that this is the most important 4-game stretch of the Brooklyn Nets season. And if you think that they need to at least split 2 of their next 4 games. Or if you think they need to even do better. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Give a sub to NYGJeffyT85 for more news updates and chatter surrounding the New York Giants. Our Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short dropping on the channel surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And you guys let me know in the comment section if you think this is the most important 4-game stretch of the Brooklyn Nets season. And if you believe they need to split the next 2 of 4 or next 4 games. Or if you believe they need to even win more than that to secure at least the 6th seed going into the NBA playoffs. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Take it easy and let's go Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and we're all just living in it.